Step 3 for the clay texture tiles is to add texture. Before you get started, collect some items to help you create these textures. Your paper clip, I found a bamboo skewer that we use for grilling, and any of the materials that you have in your clay tote. Once you have some materials ready, think about what textures you'd like to be raised up and which you'd like to carve away or press into the surface. I decided that I'd like my rope to be raised up. And the way that I created this rope texture was by rolling out a long, thin coil and twisting the end. You can twist it as tightly as you want to create the look that you desire for your project. Okay, so I have one that I made a little bit earlier. I'm going to place it directly onto my slab, and obviously I need to think about how to attach this. So in order to attach the rope to the surface, as always, score the surface using your fork. Score the rope or whatever you're attaching. Add some of your slipper paste, and you want the two scored surfaces to join, and then stick and smooth. So everything is going to look a little bit rough until you've gone over 2 or 3 times, smoothing out. Again, you can use that popsicle stick, your finger, to create the look that you want. And I can get back in here and revisit that rope design as well. Carving surfaces away, I took my paper clip and just twisted the end to create a very tight loop on one end and a larger loop on the other. And these loops are great for carving into the surface. So notice that I have some areas of my tree knot from my texture that I'd like to be carved in. I'm taking that loop to take away the clay from the surface. Just make sure you're not carving too deep that you're making a hole. And you'll need to clean out the clay periodically. My larger loop is for a larger space that I'd like to clear out. Okay, so there's some planning here and thinking about how and when is a good time to carve into your surface. And typically the best time to carve is when your clay is leather hard. So it's clay that's somewhat dry. It's not all the way dry so that it's brittle and cracking, but you can carve into the surface without having all of these extra little clay boogers that we tend to get. Okay, so smoothing out, carving away, and then third of all, just thinking about what you want to press into your clay to make your design. So like I said, I have this bamboo skewer that I've been using to push into the surface, my popsicle stick, chopstick, just about anything. You can create fun textures with your fork. And if you run into what I am right here, where you have extra dry clay on your materials, you're going to want to wash those out, give them a rinse before you use them to create your 3 textures on each one of your clay tiles. And if you mess up, you smooth it out and then get back in and add another tile. Okay, so go to town. Stay tuned as I finish up my clay tile. We'll add another video, but I am going to take a break because I need to get back to class and start a new class. So storing your tile, you can work on this for multiple days by placing it onto a paper plate or you know, cardboard or packaging, just somewhere to store your work. Place it inside of your plastic bag. And then make sure that is airtight, that the ends are underneath. And dump your slip over like I did. All right, so I'm ready to go. I'm going to put this aside for now and come back to it tomorrow. Any extra clay that you did not use, wedge it. Place it in your Ziploc and return all of your materials.